This is the Cholo News Report for Tuesday 04 September 2018. More than 40 people, including civilians, have died in clashes in the Libyan city of Tripoli. The GNA has described the clashes as an attempt to derail peaceful political transition in the country, adding that it could not remain silent over the attacks on Tripoli and its suburbs, which is a violation of security in the capital and of citizens' safety. Hundreds of migrants, trapped by the fighting, have been moved to other detention centers, while the city's airport was closed for 2 days on Friday. 2 Reuters journalists jailed in Myanmar are sentenced to 7 years in prison for violating the Official Secrets Act, prompting international condemnation. The pair was investigating reports of mass graves at the village of Indin, and they were arrested in Yangon for attempting to obtain classified documents, which they contend were used as bait to entrap them. Wallone, 32, and Cholo, 28, are being held in prison in Yangon after being arrested in December, in a landmark case that has prompted international outrage, and been seen as a test of progress towards democracy in the Southeast Asian country. Press freedom advocates, the United Nations, the European Union and countries including the United States, Canada and Australia had called for the men to be acquitted. Cholo said that while being investigated he was deprived of sleep, forced to kneel for hours and had a black hood placed over his head. A suicide bomber attacks a government building in Mogadishu, Somalia, and causes the collapse of an adjacent school. 3 deaths and 14 injuries are reported. The 3 soldiers had died as they stopped the explosives-laden car from entering a government compound, local official Salah Hassan Omar said. Al-Shabaab has since been driven out of many urban areas but still controls territory in rural regions and carries out gun attacks and bombings on military and civilian targets. A truck attack in Mogadishu in October last year killed at least 500 people in the deadliest bombing in Somalia.